Morning decisions. How about a creamy mocha frappuccino drink? Or sweet vanilla? Smooth caramel, maybe? Or a white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Find Starbucks Frappuccino drinks wherever you buy your groceries.
English with Us podcast.
Hello, everyone. I hope you all are doing amazing today. Welcome and welcome back to English with Us podcast. My name is David.
Hello, David, and hello, everyone. I am very excited about today's topic because asking simple questions is one of the most useful things you can learn in English. If you can ask simple questions, you can start conversations, get help, learn new things, and feel more confident. Confident means feeling sure that you can do something. I think many learners know many words, but they still feel nervous when they need to ask a question. Nervous means a little worried or scared. So this topic is very important and very practical.
That is perfect, Emma, because today we will learn simple English for asking simple questions. We will talk about common question words, yes or no questions, everyday questions, polite questions, and useful ways to ask people for information.
David, quick question. What is a question?
A question is something you ask when you want information, help, or an answer. An answer is what someone says back to your question.
So if I say, "What is your name?" that is a question.
Yes, exactly. And if someone says, "My name is Emma," that is the answer.
That sounds simple already.
Yes, questions are a very basic part of communication. Communication means sharing information with other people.
Quick check, David. A question is something you ask when you want information, help, or an answer, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, what are the most common question words in English?
Some very common question words are what, where, when, who, why, which, and how. These words help you ask for different kinds of information. Different means not the same.
I think learners hear those words all the time.
Yes, definitely. What asks about things? Where asks about place? When asks about time? Who asks about a person? Why asks for a reason? Which asks you to choose? How asks about the way something happens or feels?
That is such a useful group of words.
Yes. For example, what is your name? Where do you live? When is your class? Who is your teacher? Why are you tired? Which one do you want? How are you?
Those are all very real and useful questions.
Yes, they are simple, but they help a lot.
Quick check, David. Where asks about place and when asks about time, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, can we go one by one? Let's start with what?
Yes, good idea. What is one of the most common question words in English? You can ask, what is your name? What do you do? What time is it? What do you like to eat?
That is very practical.
Yes. What is useful because people ask about things all the time? A useful phrase is, what does this mean? Mean means show or express an idea.
That is a very important learner question.
Yes. Another one is, what are you doing?
Very common.
Yes. Another useful one is, what is your favorite food? Favorite means the one you like the most.
That is a nice, easy question for conversation.
Yes, definitely.
David, what about where?
Where is for place. You can ask, where do you live? Where is the bathroom? Where is my phone? Where are we going?
That is so useful for daily life.
Yes, another good one is, where is the bus stop? A bus stop is the place where a bus stops for people.
Very practical.
Yes. Another useful question is, where can I buy water?
That is a really good real-life question.
Yes. Another one is, where are my keys?
Quick check, David. Where is for place, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, now what about when?
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. Listening to this podcast instead of doom scrolling? Smart move. Another smart move? Getting help from one of State Farm's 19,000 local agents when you choose to bundle home and auto. Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
When is for time? You can ask, when is your birthday? When does the movie start? When are you free? Free means not busy and available.
That is very useful.
Yes. Another useful one is, when should I come back? Should means, what is a good idea to do?
That is a strong, everyday question.
Yes. Another one is, when do you go to work?
Very natural.
Yes. Another question is, when is lunch?
That one is simple and very common too.
Yes, definitely.
David, what about who?
Who is for people? You can ask, who is that? Who is your friend? Who wants coffee? Who called me? Called means tried to talk to you on the phone.
That is a very useful group.
Yes. Another good question is, who is your teacher?
Very common for school.
Yes. Another one is, who are you waiting for? Waiting for means staying there until someone comes.
That sounds very natural.
Yes. Another useful question is, who do you live with?
Quick check, David. Who is for people, right?
Yes. Exactly. That is correct.
David, what about why? I think that one can feel a little harder.
Yes, but it is still very useful. Why asks for a reason. A reason is why something happens or why someone does something.
So if I ask, why are you sad? I am asking for the reason.
Yes, exactly. Other examples are, why are you late? Why do you like that movie? Why is the store closed? Closed means not open.
That is very useful.
Yes. Another one is, why are you laughing? Laughing means making happy sounds because something is funny.
That is a good one.
Yes. Another useful phrase is, why not? That is a short question people use a lot.
Oh yes, that one is very common.
Yes, it can mean, I do not see a problem with that idea.
David, what about which?
Which is useful when there is a choice. A choice is when you can choose between two or more things.
So, which is not just anything. It is one thing from a group.
Yes, exactly. For example, which color do you like? Which bus goes downtown? Which one is yours? Which day is best for you?
That is very practical.
Yes. Another useful question is, which class are you in?
Very useful for school.
Yes. Another one is, which road should we take? Take here means use that road.
Quick check, David. Which is useful when there is a choice, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, now let's talk about how. That one is everywhere too.
Yes, definitely. How is one of the most common question words. It can ask about condition, feeling, or method. Condition means the state of something. Method means the way you do something.
That sounds important.
Yes. For example, how are you? How do you cook this? How do I get there? How was your day? How old are you?
Those are huge questions in real life.
Yes. Another very useful one is, how much is this? How much asks about price. Price means cost. Cost means how much money you need to pay.
That is such an important question.
Yes. Another one is, how many people are coming? How many asks about number. Number means how much in count.
That is great too.
Yes. Another useful question is, how long does it take? Take here means need that amount of time.
Quick check, David. How much asks about price, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, what about yes or no questions?
Good question. Yes or no questions are questions that can be answered with yes or no. For example, are you tired? Do you like coffee? Is it raining? Can you help me?
Those are very useful because they are short and simple.
Yes, they are great for beginners. A beginner is someone who is just starting something.
Can we look at some common yes or no question starters?
Yes, some common starters are do, does, is, are, can, and did. For example, do you work here? Does she live nearby? Is he your brother? Are they ready? Can you open the door? Did you eat already?
That is a great set of examples.
Yes, another useful one is, can I ask you something?
That is a very polite question.
Yes, polite means showing good manners and respect.
Quick check, David. A yes or no question is a question that can be answered with yes or no, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, what are some very common everyday questions people ask?
People often ask, what time is it? Where are you from? How are you? What do you do? Can you help me? Do you understand? Are you okay?
Those are very important.
Yes. Another common one is, what are you doing later? Later means after now.
That is very natural.
Yes. Another one is, do you need anything? Need means something is necessary for you.
That is a very kind question too.
Yes. Another useful one is, can you say that again?
That one is huge for learners.
Yes, definitely. Another very important question is, could you speak more slowly, please? Slowly means not fast.
That is such a good learner phrase.
Yes. Another one is, how do you spell that? Spell means say or write the letters in a word.
Quick check, David. Spell means say or write the letters in a word, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, what about polite question phrases?
Polite question phrases help questions sound softer and kinder. Softer means less strong and more gentle. Gentle means calm and kind.
What are some examples?
Some very useful ones are, can you help me please? Could you tell me where the station is? May I ask a question? Excuse me, do you know what time it is?
Those sound much nicer than only saying, help me or where is the station?
Yes, exactly. Another useful polite phrase is, would you mind repeating that? Repeating means saying it again.
That sounds a little higher level, but still useful.
Yes, another simple polite one is, can I ask you something?
That is easy to remember.
Yes. And do not forget please. Please is a small word, but it makes a big difference. Difference means a change that matters.
David, what if someone answers my question and I still do not understand?
Then you can ask another simple question. You can say, sorry, what do you mean? Or, can you explain that? Explain means make something clear.
That is very useful.
Yes. Another one is, can you show me? Show means let me see with my eyes.
That is a great phrase too.
Yes. Another useful one is, can you give me an example? Example means one clear case that helps explain something.
Quick check, David. Explain means make something clear, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, can asking simple questions also help with conversation?
Yes, definitely. Questions help conversations move forward. Move forward means continue and grow. If you ask simple questions, the other person can answer, and then you can ask another question.
So questions are like tools for keeping a conversation alive.
Yes, that is a very good way to say it. A tool is something that helps you do a job.
What are some good conversation questions?
You can ask, where are you from? What do you do for work? What do you like to do in your free time? Do you like this place? Have you been here before?
Those are very useful for meeting people.
Yes. Another one is, what kind of music do you like? Kind means type.
That is a nice, easy topic.
Yes. Another one is, how was your weekend?
That sounds very natural.
Yes. Questions help the other person talk too, and that makes the conversation feel more balanced. Balanced means having a good mix, not too much and not too little.
David, can we do a simple practice conversation with questions?
Yes, let's do one.
Okay.
Hi, what is your name?
My name is Emma.
Nice to meet you. Where are you from?
I'm from New York.
What do you do?
I work in media.
That is a very natural question conversation.
Yes, it sounds very simple and useful.
Let's do one more.
Okay.
Excuse me, what time is it?
It is 3:30.
Thank you. Do you know where the bus stop is?
Yes, it is across the street.
Great, can you show me?
Of course.
Excellent. Very simple and very useful.
David, what are some common mistakes people make when asking questions?
One common mistake is speaking too fast because they are nervous. Another is forgetting small words like do, does, or is. But learners do not need to panic. Panic means feel sudden, strong fear. Simple practice helps a lot.
That is helpful. So learners should focus on simple, clear question patterns.
Yes, exactly. Start with short questions, then repeat and practice them many times. Practice means do something again to get better.
That makes sense.
Yes. Another helpful idea is to learn a few question patterns by heart. By heart means from memory, without needing to think a lot.
That is a very good tip.
Yes. Questions like, what is your name? Where do you live? How are you? Can you help me? And what time is it can help in many situations.
Quick check, David. By heart means from memory, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, what are the most important things to remember from today?
First, learn the main question words. What, where, when, who, why, which, and how. Second, practice yes or no questions with do, does, is, are, can, and did. Third, use polite words like please and excuse me. Fourth, ask simple follow-up questions if you need more information.
That is such a clear plan.
Yes, asking simple questions is one of the best ways to become more confident in English.
David, let's do a quick review quiz before the big summary.
Good idea. Which question word asks about place?
Where asks about place?
Yes. Which question word asks about time?
When asks about time?
Correct. Which question word asks about a reason?
Why asks about a reason?
Perfect. What does spell mean?
Spell means say or write the letters in a word.
Excellent. That was a very, very long and detailed conversation about how to ask simple questions. Now let's have a quick review of today's lesson.
Today, we talked about simple and useful English for asking simple questions. We learned the most common question words like what, where, when, who, why, which, and how. These words help you ask for different kinds of information in daily life.
We also learned yes or no questions, like do you like coffee? Is it raining? Are you ready? And can you help me? These are very useful because they are short, clear, and easy to answer.
We practiced many strong everyday questions too, like what is your name? Where are you from? What time is it? Can you say that again? Could you speak more slowly? Please. And how do you spell that? These are excellent questions for real life and for English learners.
We also talked about polite question phrases, follow-up questions, and simple ways to keep a conversation moving. That helps learners feel less nervous and more confident when speaking.
The big idea is this: asking simple questions does not need to be difficult. You only need some useful question words, some yes or no question patterns, and a few polite phrases. Then you can ask for help, information, and conversation much more easily.
Your final homework for this lesson: comment 1 to 2 simple questions you can ask in English. Here are 2 simple example answers.
Example 1. What is your name and where are you from? Example 2. Can you help me and what time is it?
Thank you everyone for watching, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel.
And we can't wait to read all your comments. Keep practicing and see you later in the next video.